Hey, welcome back to the channel. This week we're taking a look at the update to Minifreak V from Arturia. It has now moved to version 2, and in doing so they have added some quite impressive new features. It should be noted that the updates apply equally to both the hardware and the software versions. They are identical. For this video though, I will be focused on the software version, but anything I do on this is equally applicable to the hardware. The two main additions, well for me anyway, are the inclusion of Wavetables in Oscillator 1. So if we click on Wavetables, and then we can choose from a selection here. There aren't that many. I think I'm going to guess there's about 40 there, it looks like. Ideally, it would be nice if we could upload our own, but they're not there yet, so let's give them time. Hopefully that's a future upgrade. And then the other major addition is the addition of Super Unison, which sounds really quite good. So with that said, let's use those two new features and let's create a sound. I have currently just straight 16ths programmed, so it sounds like this. That's on a sine wave, so let's turn it up to something audible. Nothing special there or whatsoever as yet. Let's turn the first oscillator down a bit. Let's go 1 octave. Let's add a bandpass filter, a bit of gain, bit of resonance. Now let's turn on the Super Unison mode. So as you can hear already, it sounds incredibly lush and wide. Let's go with Ravey is the one I quite like. Now if we skip over to the mod matrix, let's change velocity and aftertouch to just velocity. Let's assign that to cutoff, which at the moment you won't hear anything different because it's all set to 100 fixed velocity. Let's randomize that. So now we have random velocity. Let's now add some delay. For the mode, ping pong sync, which means we can then do 1/8 dotted. Turn it on, obviously. Now for the final one, let's put some reverb on. Put it on. Let's go with insert. Dark room. I also want to play around with the release of the envelope. So kind of like something like that. So if we go to the mod matrix, let's click on here, and then we're going to add release to this. Let's turn it up a bit. Let's go with straight notes. Let's go mono keyboard, and we want a sample and hold. Actually, we want a slew sample and hold. So that will make the changes gradual rather than so sudden. The initial oscillator was just a placeholder. So let's go, I just want something basic. So I'm trying to create quite a bright and also nasty FM sound. So for that, I want something quite clean on oscillator 1. So if I go to harmonics and scan through, I want just a basic sine for this. Then oscillator 2, let's change that to FM and ring mod. So now that we can see the FM sound in oscillator 2, we don't need oscillator 1 to be audible, so we can turn that down. You'll notice that disappears, so we're focusing purely on oscillator 2. Let's turn the sense down to 0. Now we can potentially change oscillator 1, which is the carrier wave. So let's assign that to LFO 1, and that is on oscillator 1 wave, so that's this little guy. Let's put this on straight, 2 bars. We don't want it re-triggering, we want that to be free running, so turn it to free. Let's see what it does if we add it to the release also on LFO 1. So now let's hear that in context with the kick and bass. Let's now randomize the velocity and the note length in the pattern here. So there we have it. I have to say, it is my surprise of the year. It looks quite unassuming and not very well featured on first glance, but it actually is a little angry beast. So go check it out. The upgrade is free to existing version 1 owners, and it brings some incredible updates. And have fun. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.